Hey YouTube, this is the Prepper One, and you're going to hear a lot of noise. The guys are working on the building. My neighbor's up there working on one of his pieces of equipment, heavy equipment. So we got some noise in the background. I apologize, but you know what? That's progress. I didn't do a video yesterday. I just fought and fought with the idea of doing it, not doing it. This morning I woke up about 3 o'clock. I was able to go back to sleep, which was good, but what's going on in the United States? We are on a collision course, and politicians do not care. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, liberal, conservative. They need to be shouting and screaming. We are on a collision course with Russia. We are actually at war with Russia. If anyone says you're not, then forget it. We got CIA assets, we got special force assets. We're over there, we're directing the war, we're controlling it. They're only doing, Ukraine's only doing what they're doing because they have the intel to let them do it. They have everything, we're giving them everything in the sense of intel, weapons, training. I wouldn't be surprised if we're actually pushing buttons and launching things, but that I can't back up with any solid proof. So we're in a proxy war with Russia right now. We are, no doubt about it. I fought doing this video because I don't want to make people scared. I don't want to encourage more fear, but reality needs to be said, and this is a bad situation. I get a lot of boots on the ground information. Some I can share. Some specifically they tell me do not share, and I don't, never. And people are worried that, you know, don't give my name. I don't give any names, you know that. I erase emails immediately. Your information is very safe. I value it, but a lot of information has come into me. And a lot of it that's really not surprising to me, but worrying to me, is people in the manufacturing that works for certain companies that manufacture arms for the military. Now, I'm not talking small arms, you know, 5.56, you know, small arms. I'm talking the big stuff, missiles, anything to take out a tank. And they're having major problems producing these things because they can't get the small components to manufacture them. And the delay on manufacturing these, in the best situation when you don't have a logistical problem, is still a long time. We are going through our war stock rapidly. Got a lot of reports from active duty that say, hey, we've lost some stuff. It's being sent over to Ukraine. Every week there's more and more. I think the last one was $750 million of aid. We don't have $750 million. It just goes on our debt. We're just borrowing it. Financially, we're like Rome. We are going to collapse. And they're fighting not for it to collapse. I think the war is about the petrodollar. I think the war is about the reserve currency. It has a lot to do with it because Russia, China, and a lot of other countries are saying, hey, we don't need the U.S. anymore. We don't need the U.S. dollar. We can get by on our own. So we're trying to make sure everyone needs it. Europe, I personally think we're trying to screw you guys and gals over in Europe. I think we want you weak on purpose. I think weakness for you guys will mean you need the U.S. dollar. And if you need the U.S. dollar, then that strengthens our position here and keeps our little fake economy running. The figures that I'm getting, hundreds of trillions in debt, not just the 31, we're hundreds of trillion, because there should be money sitting back, ready for all of the entitlements and all of the promises we've made, and it's not there. So it's as good as an IOU. We don't have that money. So is there an answer? Yeah, the answer is Republicans and Democrats. Tell the politicians that we don't want a war. I feel sorry for the people in Ukraine, but I'll be honest with you, if I had to pick a few cities in the United States going up with a nuke or Ukraine continuing the fight, guess what I'll pick? I'll pick protect Americans, and we're not being protected. The U.S. government officials are all well protected. They're going to have a bunker to go to. Is anything being done is anything being done to protect the average American? Absolutely not. You're on your own. The government does not care about you. They should be worrying about us instead of worrying about Ukraine. But there's a bigger picture involved. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, you're a Russian supporter, you're backing. I'm not backing anyone, I'm backing Americans. I'm backing major cities in the United States not wanting them to disappear off the face of the earth because they're driving us to a point. If Russia gets backed into a corner, guess what? They're going to react. They're going to react negatively. Things could spiral out of control. And there's no protection for us. Unless you have your own shelter, your own fallout shelter, you're going to perish. And that's just the bottom line. That's why I didn't want to do this video, because I think we need to spend our efforts trying to get politicians, and I don't know if it will actually work, to say, hey, we have no more money. We need to give Russia a chance to have I don't want to say honorable, but a face-saving method to get out of this. Because we're not even talking to go to the peace table. The United States policy is no peace table. And anytime you're killing people, the peace table needs to be on the board. I've worked for Uncle Sam. I know how that works. And we need to be talking peace, de-escalation. But every time we send more stuff over there, it escalates it. As Russia suffers losses, they're suffering losses. Now, is it as bad as the Western media wants it to be? I don't know. I'm not personally there. If I wasn't married and didn't have a family, I would be making a trip over there as a reporter, not a combative, just to see firsthand what is going on, what's reality on the ground. So, to all my liberal friends, and I have some out there, to all my conservative friends, we need to get a plan to tell these politicians that, hey, we don't want World War III. We don't want to screw Europe. In Europe, you're being screwed because guess what? You're following a policy the United States wants not to import natural gas, oil, and other resources from Russia, and it is costing you dearly. So you're paying a high price for U.S. policy. I don't know why Germany is doing it. They're collapsing their economy, they're hurting their people, and they're causing more inflation. Crazy cat keeps running into me, almost tripping me. So, you need to be prepping. You need to be praying. Praying is more important than prepping right now. If you're prepped up, you better be prayed up. Pray for one another. Pray for people that are hurting. I talk to them every day. People are making decisions. Elderly people on Social Security are making decisions right this day. If they're going to eat a meal, go without a meal, so they have money for their medicine. If they have money to heat their homes, they're petrified. Literally, some people up north are on such a fixed income. They honestly tell me, I'm going to miss meals every day so I make sure I have enough to heat my home this winter. And then I turn the news on after I get off the phone with these people, and I see, oh, there's another $750 million to Ukraine, or there's more money for this. I hope you're praying for our country. I don't want to scare you, but we live in very bad times. I saw in the news there's a Russian that fled Russia, went over the border, and he said something. He said something in regards that we're all people. It doesn't matter if you're Ukrainians, Russian, even said the United States. So there's a group of people that don't want to fight. But you know what? Politicians and the warmonger military-industrial complex wants us to hate someone. They want fighting. They want war because that's money. That's big money for them. What if everyone just says, hey, we're not going to fight. We're tired of sending money overseas. I don't know if it will help. But we're on a collision course with Russia. I hope you're preparing. Lately I've gotten a ton of emails about people worrying about nuclear war, you know, what to do. I've done, like 6 months ago, I did a bunch of videos on it. If I need to do more, tell me in the comment section. If you need more, I will do it. We also get new subscribers and new viewers that, you know, haven't gone back and seen those. So if there's a need, because there's a lot of fear, I'm seeing the fear in emails. Let me know, and we can address those fears and just get you educated. I hope you have a good day. They're working hard on my building. It's almost done. I'm going to explain my building more in another video, probably today. If you have a lot given to you, if you are blessed, make sure you're ready to bless others, because you'll be responsible for what you're given. If you have the ability to help people and you don't, you will be held accountable for that. I'm not saying you have to give everything you got, but I'm saying if you have the opportunity to teach somebody to fish and you don't, and you could get them set up to fish, you don't have to give them the fish, but give them the opportunity. That's why America is such a great place. We all have the same opportunity, and anybody says they don't, it's a liar. I came from nothing, and I still don't have anything, but guess what? There's a work ethic my parents put into me that, you know what, it's not an 8-hour day. If you work an 8-hour day and you go home and complain, I don't have enough money, and if you're healthy, you know, if you have a condition where you can't work, that's another story. But if you think you're going to succeed in life and only work 8 hours, I've talked to people, they work 8 hours, they go home, and they sit on the couch and they watch TV for 4 hours. And then in the same breath, they complain not having enough money. Nobody's going to hand you something in life, but guess what? You got that opportunity to go out there and bust it every day, and you need to do it. Thanks for watching.